right. Morning, everyone. Just trying a little something new here. I'll make sure it's working. Got live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Just want to make sure it's showing up. So give me just 1 second. I have to press one more button. If you can see us on here, let me know so I can make sure it's working. Oh, I think it's working now. Here we go. Let's see if I can get any comments. One more second. Hey, let me turn on my camera. Hey everyone, just getting started here. Oh good, it is working. Thanks, Will. And I'm gonna see if this works too. Should be able to see us now on YouTube and on Facebook. So wherever you are, it's pretty cool to be able to do it at all these things at once. Actually, I was going to try to do Instagram at the same time, but I figured trying all three for the first time all at once, maybe that was a little too much. So welcome to Coffee and Cards, everyone. It is Thursday, January 7th. It's been an interesting day or so. So I thought it'd be a really good time, although we're already scheduled, but maybe we would do it a little different today or just offer a little bit more to each other. So anybody that's on here live, if you just let me know you're here in the comments so I can see you, just where you are, how you're feeling, what are you up to. If you can't listen in, you're at work or you can't have your volume on, that's fine. Just put a comment in anytime during the live and I will pull a card for you and you can listen to the replay. So let's just have a little coffee, shall we? Today's coffee, Cafe Bustelo. Good stuff. Good morning, Mom. Good to see you're on here. And let's see how this is working. All right. Well, looks like we can get started. Oh, and looks like I'm getting comments on YouTube also. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. If you're watching the live or watching the replay, it's great. So let's see. I had the cards spread out here today just so we can, have some little bit of color, allows you to see more of the cards. Since we just pull a few of them at a time, thought maybe we could just go through before we pick today's card. Oh, good morning, Rosalind. Good to have you. There we go. And maybe just look at some of them so you can get a better idea of the deck. Try to put it in a place where you can see it pretty good. We've got power. We've got vibration. We've got alone. Tools. Help. Patience. Clients. Freedom. Contacts. Value. Building. People. Channel. Experience. Different. love, process, expectations, teamwork, aligned, create. And all of these cards, since we're on the create card, were photographs that I took. So all these are original photographs from different places. Some here in West Virginia, some in Galapagos, some even in Paris, California. Where else? Each picture helps tell the story. So path, the photo along with the colors used and some of the textures I added, waiting, this or that, reassurance, supplies, partners, space, giving, research, commitment, sit, why. Hey Alicia, I see you, and I see your card why that you picked today. Awesome, good to have you here. And Lonnie, good to have you here. Thanks always for your support. We've got trust, motivation, answers, progress, projections, thoughts, justify, stay, learn, completion, and time. So I just wanted to give you a little preview of all the cards because we never see all the cards in, each time we do these pulls. So just to give you an idea of what the cards look like. And let's see what we got here. So I'll just give it a little shuffle. And today's, I want to call it episode, but I don't know that it's really an episode. But today's card pull, our session together, I'd like to just offer support. So anybody who's watching live, just put your name or just say you want a card. I'd like to just offer you a little something extra today. So whether you have the deck already and you've pulled your card, I'd like to pull another one for you. Or this is your first card for today. I'd like to give you some support. So let me know in the comments if you'd like a card and I'll pull one for you. Oh, good morning from Ormond, Christine. Good to see you. Alicia would like a card. Awesome. Here we go, Alicia. Alicia, my friend from Ormond, fellow yogi. We did yoga training together, our 200 and 300 hour program, and now she's started her own group and own sort of path on her fitness and wellness. So it's great to see you here, Alicia, and proud to see you doing all of your, look at that, motivation. Trust the inner wisdom of why you chose this life of entrepreneurialism. And with that in mind, why you chose the life of fill in the blank. It could be entrepreneurialism, it could be mother, could be teacher, could be, whatever it is. So remember, there was a reason that you chose to do what you're doing. And this is a really cool card and picture because this is actually a volcano that I hiked up in Galapagos, and which happened to also be with the group from Hot House Yoga in Ormond. So remember, sometimes on the way up, it feels like, why did we get into this? When I can kind of relate that, since it's you, Alicia, to like workouts, right? So like in the first 5 minutes, you're like, why the hell did I even do this? You get through it, but once you get to the top or once you get to the end of your workout, it's like, oh, thank goodness. It feels great. You get to see it from a whole new perspective, which in this case would be on top of the volcano. So I hope that gives you some insight, and so good to have you here. And yeah, keep up all your good work and keep sharing your cards like you've been doing. Really appreciate that. And And let's pull a card now for Rosalind. Thank you, Rosalind, for being here. Thank you, Alicia, for being here. I know you've got a busy schedule with your work and kids and all of that. So I really appreciate you taking the time to be here and, you know, and sharing the cards with other people. So, Rosalind, what we've got for you is help. The help you seek will guide you back to your heart. So, for me, usually this card comes up when I am looking outside myself for help. Maybe I'm not trusting my answers, or I need reassurance or validation, but you already have the answers. Sometimes the answers are actually asking for help too, so don't get that misconstrued. You feel like you need help, ask for it. If you feel like you already have the answer or you know what it is that you need, then do that for yourself. So that's where some of these things can be not confusing, but I think that's where we all start to go externally, is because we're confused by, well, which one is it? And that's something that you have to look at. So that's where the going into your heart comes from. So is this something you need to do by yourself? Is it something you don't need to do by yourself? Do you need help? And if you do, it's okay to need help. We're all supposed to need help. We are social beings, and we like to be in groups. Otherwise, all of this isolation and having to quarantine and whatever wouldn't be so hard for us. So just remember, you'll always find the answer in your heart. And you could see this was in a park here in West Virginia. I took this photo of this tree root that actually had a heart in it. And the colors on this card describe what you might feel when you ask for help or need help, right? So sometimes it feels a little scary. That's where like the darkness and the reds come in. And sometimes a helping hand can be really calming and peaceful, and there's the greens and the cooler colors. So, Rosalind, I hope that gives you some insight on whatever it is you're thinking about, or whatever you needed support on today. So let's get to Christine. Christine, I'm glad to see you here, also from Hot House in Ormond. Gotta love my yoga peeps. Steve, in the other room, but also on the live. Let's see, Christine. Looks like Christine needed a couple today, so let's see what we got. This or that. The road is long and varied. Choose each day which way to turn. And that is combined with the vibration, which that's pretty much like partner cards. Your energy fluctuates and your perceptions change in relation to it. And that's an everyday thing. So what this is saying is each day you get to decide how it is you want to come into the world and the choices you want to make. So that's the this or that. But also keeping in mind that every day your vibration is different. It changes. Not even just every day. That could be every hour or every 5 minutes, depending on what kind of day you're having. So just keeping that in mind. So whatever yesterday brought or today brings, you have a chance. As Marianne Williamson says in one of her books, you have a chance to begin again. Every day you can choose something new. And I hope that gives you some insight. So however you're feeling today, just know that at any moment you can make a new decision. You can change your route, which will also change your vibration. Yeah, and the flow changes. So just keep that in mind. So yes, I see your comment, go with the flow. So yes, go with the flow, but also know that every moment, eventually, it's that saying, right? This too shall pass. So at any moment during my day, even, I can make a decision or a choice to go a different way. You don't have to wait for something. You can make that change yourself. So I'm glad you were here today, and I hope that offers you some guidance. And I like that those two cards came out together because really they're just a continuation of one another. So um, I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you remember every day, every moment, we have a chance to make a different choice, and we can choose where our vibration is. So, yeah, I'll leave you with that. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming. Let's see what we've got here. Will would like a card, of course. I'll give you a card. And thank you, Will, for helping me in the comments. It's so interesting to have all these windows open. I've got YouTube, Facebook, eventually try to get live on Instagram also, but today's the first time doing it live on YouTube at the same time, and it was kind of nice to be able to figure that out. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Let's see what we got. We need to set Will's cards down and choose this way. Reassurance. Trying to get it to where it's not in the glare, but you can still see it. It is all part of the plan. Nothing is ever wrong here. So that's a good one to have today. It's just a little, it's definitely reassurance. I think we all need a reassurance right now. Just a reminder that I hate to, it feels like a cliche to say it, but everything happens for a reason. And, you know, sometimes there needs to be upset for people to come together. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in current events. Like, you know, we can talk about this as it pertains to our life also. So we come up with a plan and we set out a roadmap, right? And we have to remember that our roadmap is limited based on what we know. So there's a whole bigger set of options that we sort of limit ourselves to with our expectations. But this card is letting us know that it's okay. Like, just because it's not part of your plan doesn't mean it's not part of a bigger plan. And just, it's going to be okay. You know, it really is. I just have hope and faith, and it's going to be, it's all going the way it's supposed to. It doesn't mean the way it's supposed to is going to be free of fear and hurt and anger. It just means it's going to get us to where we need to go. So hope that gives you a little pep in your step today. And if there's anybody else on that would like a card, even if it's to save for later, just write that in the comments in case someone's not doesn't have their volume up. And you can always watch it on the replay. Anybody else enjoying their coffee or tea or any other sort of beverage this morning? Let me know what you got going on today. I'm doing this morning. I've also got be talking to an astrologer today, so that'll be pretty fun. I think we're going to be talking about Saturn, or yeah, I don't know. I like to learn about these all new things. And oh, and remember, when you get your deck, we continue to offer the journal for free with your purchase. So that way you can keep track of your card pulls, keep track of sort of what you're feeling, and sort of progress. Oh, good, Alicia, you're drinking water. I remember you always had a hard time drinking water when we were in yoga training. So um, you can write down you can place your cards that you pick on here. You can pick one, you can pick two, you can pick three, and then sort of track your first thoughts about the cards you chose, feelings about them, all of that. So looks like, let's see, Mom, you want a card? I'll pull one for you. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like we need to scramble them up a little bit. Stay. Get it where you can see it a little bit better. That one's just going to be a little. Once you make plans, stay grounded and focused on implementing them. So with this card, and that's why it's a winter card, because things slow down in the winter, especially when it snows. You don't get out as much because it's cold maybe, or just nature itself slows down. The water freezes, it doesn't move anymore. Plant life sort of hibernates, slows down. Animals, it's all about staying your course even when it slows down or you're not making the progress, which of course has to do with expectations that you think you should be making. This just reminds us to stay. Could also be when things get a little chaotic or stressful or the fear starts to pop in, just staying instead of like the flight, fight, or freeze situation. Stay there, stay in it. Again, it's that whole this too shall pass. So that's sort of the idea behind that one. It's such a good photo too, to illustrate that with all the leaves are gone, you can't see the grass, the water's frozen, there's no animals, everything is slowing down, but it's all okay. Nature is a really great example of how things just keep going, even when it's slow or even fast, or even when a fire or a flood or something comes through, it all eventually knows how to replenish itself and come back. So there you go. You're very welcome. Let's get these all together again. How about we just, if nobody else is on, I just like to, how about I pull a card for myself? That sounds like a good idea. Oh, a whole bunch of them. Of course, I picked this one so many times. It's like sometimes I think my deck has 44 trust cards. Trust must arise from the peace you hold within yourself. Begin here. A lot of times, at least when I think of trust, I relate it to trusting other people. But some of the things I've been working on recently have to do with trusting myself. And that's something I can do, but I haven't really looked at it in the same way as I have been trusting other people. So this is, I hear you, trust, trust, trust. It's a work in progress. So thanks for reminding me of that, cards. And Let's see, looks like Heather would like a card, so you jumped on just in time. Sorry about that moment of camera needed a break, apparently. And let's see what we've got. And Rosalind, you said you went back to the guidebook, which is great. So if you haven't seen the cards yet, or it's your first time here, this guidebook is 138 pages, comes with the deck. And every card is laid out and gives you, so every card has a couple lines in it. So like with supplies, you've got resources go beyond the veil of the physical world into the energetic realm. So you would come to, first of all, sit with that and see what comes up. If you get your message immediately, you don't even need to open up the guidebook. But if you would like a little more information on it, you would pull up supplies and you can read a little bit more. So as you can see, it's more than just the 2-line sentence in there. This one actually is a pretty long one, so it gives you a little bit more insight there. And then there's also this section here that's called navigate. And what we mean by navigate is navigating through the emotions that come up surrounding your feelings related to this card. So whatever it is you're bringing to the deck, asking, or the way you're feeling, whatever it is, this section is designed to help you navigate through the emotions, not to ignore them or push them down, but to navigate through them, which is why we use the word navigate. So let me get back to pulling a card. Heather, this one. Create. Trust that what you create is good, valuable, and necessary. I feel like you've gotten this card before. I mean, I guess that's the beauty when people come back over and over. We can kind of look at the cards you get over and over, kind of like my trust card that I pull almost every time. So we've got to sometimes trust ourselves that what we're doing, what we're creating, and by create, it doesn't mean art or crafts or something tangible. Sometimes you can create a loving home, a good environment, or just a good life. So trust that what you are creating is good. You are valuable and necessary, and it doesn't need to look any certain way. So, yeah. Let's see. Like we had a little interruption there, but I think we're back on track. And with that, we're just about at the half-hour mark, which is great. You're welcome. And again, I know, Heather, you have a deck, so you can pull out your guidebook and your journal. And you can maybe make some notes and get some more insight there. So thank you guys, everybody, for coming. Thank you to my friend Will for helping me by moderating. Alicia, Roslyn, Christine, Heather, Mom, Steve. Thank you, everybody that came. If I didn't say your name, I can't see if you're on. I can only see if you comment. I wish I could see everybody that was on. Anyway, hope you have a great day. And remember, our vibration can change based on the paths that we choose and the directions we choose to follow. And hope you have a great day. And remember, entrepreneuraoracle.com. Get yourself a deck, and you can use these anytime. At 3 in the morning when you wake up because you're feeling anxious, or at 3 in the afternoon when you want to make a decision that you're not sure about and you just need a little bit of reassurance, or you've got this, that's when you can pop on over to our website. We've got some great info here, and this new section about what makes our deck stand out, why it's different from you know, all the other ducks. Besides the fact of it being related to entrepreneurialism or work from home or um, the current times, there are some tangible differences in our deck. Um, and you can find that info here. You could purchase your deck today and I can send it out to you ASAP. And I'm ready to fill some envelopes. So hope you have a great day. And I will see you again on Monday. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate it. And um, have a lovely Thursday. Thanks again, guys.